I'm joined now by Andrew, who is the MD at Gordian Strapping, to talk to us about what they've been up to here at PPMA. Andrew, thanks for joining me.
It's my pleasure. So Gordian Strapping has been in existence for over 80 years. So probably, I guess we're one of the oldest, if not the oldest, UK specialist end-of-line packaging supplier. So as a business, we're owned by a Japanese corporation who manufacture standalone strapping machines, the Strapak brand. But we're probably famed also, or equally, for our automated system capability. So what we're talking about here are machines that are capable of strapping entire pallets of goods. And so the Gordian brand, which, as I've told you, has been around for a long time, is pretty much famous for one, quality equipment. So we are by parentage a strapping machine manufacturer. But we're probably helped enormously by our ability to support our products in ways that not all of our competitors can do. So from our perspective, if you sell highly automated equipment that could be running 168 hours a week, so in other words 24/7, you've got to be able to support that equipment if it fails. So our equipment hopefully is durable, is reliable, but we've also got the resources to keep that equipment running the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, you make such a valid point there about actually, yes, it's one piece of equipment. Well, I know you do more than one, but if you've got that solid piece of equipment, it has to run because the demands are so high for your customers.
Yeah, I mean, we're in very strained times in the economy right now, so anybody making an investment in any large lump of capital equipment is really interested in what the availability of that machine is actually going to be producing for them. In other words, what is the OEE performance of that equipment, and I can go into that. It gets a little bit technically complex, but ultimately, yeah, they care about having a machine that's super reliable. Just picking up on one or two other things, predominantly what we're supplying is equipment that's supplying or applying plastic strapping, but our parent company have also developed one of our standard machines to now supply, and apply, I should say, paper strapping. So clearly this is offering major advantages from a sustainability perspective. Clearly it's paper, so it's coming from renewable resource. And really, actually, this is quite groundbreaking because this paper strapping is around about, or is capable of applying around about 40 kilograms of brake force capability, which is not far short of plastic strapping. So we've now got an answer to anybody that wants to have if you like, a sustainable application. It's here with regard to Strapak equipment, so really important.
Yeah, and I think you're so right. It is, it's, I don't want to say a hot topic at the moment, because obviously it's something that is really important and something that people are looking to move more towards. So the fact that actually you can offer both solutions at the moment, even if people are trying to transition, they just want to test it out. Are you finding that inquiries for that are increasing?
Well, I would say slow burn. It's surprised us that it hasn't gone faster. It depends on the type of company. There are certainly a number of manufacturers of perhaps more readily available through retail outlets who are perhaps more focused on it. Certainly if you go into a clay brick plant or a concrete factory where the requirement is actually all about strength, then paper solutions will never work. But I think we believe that there's much more to come, and so for us it's really important that we've got a paper strapping solution that's available. I think there are many industries that will change their perspective. Net zero, whether our government is pushing back the targets or not, will not go away. So from our perspective, we need to be prepared.
I think you're right. Whatever the government chooses to do, there is still that need from your customers and that want from your customers. So if you can provide that at the moment, maybe not for concrete, but hey, you never know, at some point there might be another solution.
Indeed.
Brilliant. So we spoke about this machine over here. We've got two other massive machines going on here. Could you just talk us through these ones as well?
Yeah, of course. So this line here behind the cell is to demonstrate our capability for fully automated systems. So what we would be talking about here would be strapping a whole pallet of goods. So if this were a production line, it could be, for example, packing a range of brick products, or it could be timber. It could be anything, but anything that derives or ends up as a pallet of goods. So the key point is that it would be a line that's running without operation from any individual. It's run by a PLC, And so really what we're talking about is the ability to take this automated solution into any industry. So it could be automotive, it could be food, it could be construction, clothing, furniture, etc. There are no limits.
I mean, that's a great strapline, isn't it? To say, well, excuse the pun, to sort of say, yes, this machine comes without any limits. That's fantastic.
Without any limits. But then on the other end of the scale, you clearly have got the ability for a smaller producer to have a less automated setup. So this equipment actually is automated, but this machine over here is operated by an individual operator. So you or I could be standing there feeding my colleague who's about to demonstrate. This is the automated system. So these machines will be firing the strap-on automatically. So you may have individual packs as opposed to a whole pallet of goods, but that capability is fully automated. Whereas this machine, Connor, do you want to quickly show it? Would be handled by, if you like, a less automated situation where the operator would actually fire the strapping through his own intervention. So really the range of machinery that we offer does cater for just about every market sector, as I covered earlier. And the range of machine types within our range, or within our Strap-Act family anyway, is huge. So really I could talk for many hours about that. I could bore your audience, but the list goes on.
Yeah, well, I think that sort of sums it up, doesn't it, about the fact that actually there pretty much is something here for everybody. And obviously you've come down to PPMA to showcase these fantastic sort of items and machinery that you've got. Why is it important then that you are here for the next 3 days?
So from our perspective, I mentioned earlier, we've been around a long time. Our position in the UK market, we like to believe with a leading supplier of equipment in the ranges that we've offered. But ultimately, you've got to get out and tell your story. And actually the economy is really tight at the moment. Competition without question, everybody's trying to get hold of a fewer amount of orders at the moment. So we've got to recognise that business is tough. So from our perspective, we're here to tell the story that we're strong in terms of the range that we've got, we're strong in terms of our capability, and really we're hunting for sales. So let's be very open about it. We're here for a reason.
Andrew, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. I hope you have a really great 3 days here at PPMA. It's been lovely talking to you and finding out everything that you've been up to. Thank you very much.